when we talk about aesthetic to a service, and we talk about beauty and being able to design beauty in, what does that mean? So one of uh, the sort of definition that we sort of talk about in our book is that beauty is this sort of combination of three things coming together. It's the aesthetic of a service, so how it might look to you as you're moving through. So that might be the various sort of touch points or the people that you meet or the environments that you're in. There's this idea of kind of usability. So this whole idea, there's sort of Dieter Rams, Steve Jobs school of, it's not how something looks, it's how something works that is beautiful about the design. And the third thing is it really solves your problem elegantly. So this idea of elegance and this idea of problem solving combined is the fuse with the aesthetic and fuse with the sort of easy to use is the thing that we think can inherently make something beautiful. So yeah, they're the sort of, that's the dynamics, those three things coming together that we talk about. Beauty in the context of services and experiences. So let's look at some of those different components. So Disney's always held up as a great experience brand, and I think obviously they create these magical experiences. You could just look at some of the Star Wars experience where you can actually go and stay in the sort of Star Wars hotel. All of the windows are LCD displays which show Tatooine on the outside. You wear all of the Jedi sort of clothing. That is immensely immersive. You stay there for a couple of days, and for someone who is a Star Wars aficionado, what could be better than sort of experiencing that. But actually, when you look at some of the other things they're doing, within their theme parks, one of the big challenges of theme parks is the idea of, it's very focused on kids, obviously. What are kids rubbish at? Queuing. What do we know about theme parks? Queues take up the majority of the time. So actually their virtual queue system, which is super amazing, which is essentially you can book a slot within a queue. You don't actually have to wait in line. You can go and experience the rest of the park. It can give you an alert and a countdown for when your slot is available, and they manage the queue virtually. So effectively what you can do is pre-book all of your rides before you go. And then you're essentially seamlessly moving throughout the park and experiencing everything without actually wasting all that time from queuing in line.